Hello. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It is very late in the evening. It's actually just 10 o'clock. Like just 10 o'clock. Um I just turned off that light because the light that I have in front of me plus the camera, it made like this light have like some weird light effect. So that's why it's off, and it looks really dark and kind of creepy in here, but it is what it is. So, this video, I feel like on my channel, I've made like two major serious personal videos. Two that really come to my mind right now is my being pregnant in high school video, and I think I posted my how I dealt with my childhood molestations video. Those are like the major two that like come to my mind off top. This one is a little bit different. I don't really know which direction this video is gonna go in, so but I would like to say thank you guys for watching. I have seen that I have gotten quite a few new subscribers, so thank you for that and for the views. And I have seen a few comments here and there of people who say that they're also in medical assisting school, and it just nothing makes me more happy than seeing people put in the time and the effort and the work into something that's going to better their lives or make them happy, even though it is hard. It's really hard, but that is for later. One, I am getting over a cold. Two, I just got done crying a lot. And three, I am by myself. Like, my kids are asleep and my mom is out of town. As you guys have known or maybe don't know, I'm living with my mom. My children and I have been living with her for 9 months now, and I didn't realize that it had been 9 months until yesterday when I counted. I was like, oh my gosh, it's been that long. Like, we got here late August of last year, 2017, and we're in May, so about 9 months or so. And I was really taken back by that. But I it just now like really hit me like how overwhelmed and stressed I am. And I try not to be, but it's very hard. And let me tell you why, okay? You're just gonna have to just try to follow me with this video. I don't have anything written down. I don't have anything to say like, okay, talk about this and then talk about this and talk about that. I don't have a checklist right now. I have stuff in my head and I need to get it out, so that is what I'm doing. And whatever direction it goes in is where it's gonna go. Um, on Snapchat, okay? On Snapchat. And I'm gonna also try to, if I talk about anybody, of course I'm gonna have to not disguise, but make up some names, because I did tell some people that I go to school with that I do have a YouTube channel. I did not tell them my YouTube name. So any type of schooling event, I will try to just think of some like weird out there type of names, just in case someone or my instructors or whoever are watching. Um, but on Snapchat, um, I had made a group on Snapchat with some of the classmates that I talk to, that I feel comfortable with, and or I could get their Snapchats right then and there. During the time that I got everyone's Snapchat, it was a very tense time in the classroom because we were divided. We had the seniors who were almost done until they got to extern, which they did Wednesday. But this was like last month, okay? Or at the beginning of the month. So everyone was divided. You can feel the tension. You can see the tension. But this day I got all the girls' Snapchats, and we would talk to each other and we would interact and it would be fun. And of course, there was some type of shade thrown at some of the other classmates who we didn't really connect with. But over time, like, I brought this to the attention of our instructors, and we just had one big huge powwow. We just, one night, it got so bad, and like, people were telling me what their thoughts were and what their feelings were, and then I felt like they wouldn't tell the instructor unless I opened my mouth first. Now, me, with this program that I'm going through right now, I'm paying a lot of money, and it's raining outside, and I want to get the benefit that I'm paying for, and during this time, I just didn't feel like it. I would be frustrated all the time because I'm paying for a school to teach me how to be a medical assistant, and I have to listen to things that I don't want to listen to about people who I didn't really care for, and people's personal information, their own personal stories that had nothing to do with school at all. Now, I don't mind if someone wants to come to me and be like, I have all this on my brain. I just need someone to listen. I just need to vent to somebody. I will be more than happy to with some of the girls. But there was stuff that I did not want to know. I didn't care to know, okay? But this night, we got it all out. We squashed all of our beef. Then we had some issues with the teacher because we got a new instructor, and we probably were a little bit too harsh on her. She did have some slip-ups, and some stuff we just were not happy with at all. But I also think it was because there was so much tension within the classroom itself, and then bringing someone new in, and it's just like some of our frustration turned from over here to now over here. You know what I mean? And there was an instructor that went off on me for absolutely no reason, because all I did was ask one simple question. And I remember this day, we had some people come in from one of the hospitals here to talk about extern and to do like a little interview, which is basically, we're gonna talk one-on-one to see where you are and where you want to go. Not something that's gonna happen overnight, but something just to kind of get a feel. Just to kind of get a feel. We also had a test that day. Most of us came in an hour early to get some extra study time in for the test, and this instructor, I'm gonna call her Miss Brown. Okay, so Miss Brown came in a little bit late. She was smiling, she was happy. Our new instructor, Miss Smith, she had family stuff that she has to deal with. Understand? We didn't know that until after the fact. We just knew that Miss Smith was not there and Miss Brown was. The people came in. It was from my understanding and other people's understanding that if you wanted to participate in this little interview type thing, you can go down the hall while the rest of us take the test. Okay? That was even what the teacher said. Now, that's what Miss Brown said. You know, if you want to do that, you can go down there, and then we're going to do the test in here. Keep in mind, she came in a little bit late. The whole class was already there studying. We don't like to wait to take our test if we have a test that day. Yo, get in, do attendance if you have to, pass out the test while you're taking the attendance, while all of this is still fresh in our brains, okay? So I raised my hand. No attitude, no nothing. Miss Brown, can we take our test? And then she just snaps. She went totally left, and she went off on me and was yelling at me, and it was like I couldn't say what I wanted to say because she is still a teacher, and I'm not trying to do anything to mess up what I've accomplished so far, but Ms. Brown needed to check her brakes real quick because I'm not the one. You know what I mean? It's like you've taught us before. We've had some issues before, not just between her and I, but other people in the classroom. Like she goes from like 0 to 60 real quick over the smallest things. So she and I had a little back and back for a while, and I finally went to the head person, and I told her everything. She wasn't happy. Anyway, that got squashed. Wednesday was the last day of the mod. Now I have officially completed 3 mods, and 4 people were leaving to go on extern, and now we have a class of 11, 12? One of the two. It's a small class now. We're not getting any new people this mod. Yesterday was the first day of my 4th mod. And I'm getting off track. Snapchat, that's how it all started. So me and the girls, we were on Snapchat, and I would always make inspirational videos. I would always call us goal getters, badass chicks, just stuff like that. Like, you know, you want a new car, you gotta go to class first. You want that house, you gotta go to class first. You know, you want whatever it is you want, you gotta go to class first. And people would send me messages like, I needed that, I needed to hear that, thank you. If they had any questions or concerns about the homework, the tests, I was on it. I would send them, yo, this is the test, this is what it's over. I sent them my own notes on more than one occasion. When it came to tests and quizzes, I gave them the essay questions. There was one time when Miss Brown was still teaching, she went over the test like a week before. And I'm not the best typer. I typed out that whole test. Every single thing that she said, I typed it out. And I made copies. I pretty much gave them the test. And I've done this on more than one occasion, not typed out the whole test because I actually didn't know that was the whole test until she said, "Oh, and that's your test." And I'm like, "Oh, like this is legit, the whole thing." Like, and they're okay with it. You know, I get a pen or type it out, but this is what it is. You know, that it was that type of thing. Um, I would send them essay questions like, we're having a test, these are the essay questions. Study up, you know. Um, and then I realized something on Wednesday, that people change and they get really ballsy towards the end of the mod, especially on the last day. Like if people leave, and it's like, no, 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 no. You're not gonna be one way during the whole mod, and then on the last day, now you want to boss up. No, no. So yesterday, I left the group. Even though I created it on Snapchat, you can't delete the group. You can leave, but you can't delete it. So I left. There was this one girl, Cynthia, and she was like, keep in mind Cynthia is older than me, and for someone who was cool and I still think is okay, and she talks about how she is in her, she's in her 30s, and I'm not saying 30 is old, by the way, okay? I'm just talking about Cynthia, okay? Saying how she's 30 something, she has kids, she doesn't have time for drama and stuff. You acting like some of the 20-year-olds. And I'm 24. And it's like you acting like people who are younger than me in this class. And she's also a sarcastic person. Because I don't take sarcasm well. I don't. I see it as, yesterday we were, like, it was the start of the new mod, and they were like, oh, what is our days? Because, we alternate between admin and clinical, admin and clinical, like that. What's our days? What is our days? It is not that hard to count to 10. It's like we're in this class, in this room, Thursday, Tuesday, and Thursday. If Thursday, yesterday, if that was day 1, Tuesday will be day 2, that Thursday will be day 3. You keep going until you get to 10, and then you're done. Then you start back over at 1. It's not that hard to count to 10. Even, my teacher, she was having like a difficult time because what she was hearing plus what she was already told, and the papers that she was supposed to have, she didn't. So I said, I got it. So I said, day 1, this day, day 2, this, all the way down. I even told them the dates that homework was due. She told us what days quizzes or the tests are going to be and when midterm is. But it's like, it is not that hard to count to 10. It's not. It's not that hard. I understand if you need some help once in a while, but if you can't count to 10, if you can't skip days within the week like we've already been doing since the beginning, since we enrolled, if you can't count, okay. So I'm helping passing out some papers, and she was just being really rude. Really, it's not even sarcasm. It was just being rude to the teacher. And we know we've all had some issues with this teacher because she is new and she is still trying to find her way. But once, once we squash everything, it is a new slate. New slate. And I'm passing off, and she said something slick. I said, "What's your problem?" "I don't have a problem. I was being sarcastic. Jeez." Don't. Don't. Because that's not sarcasm. That's rude. So, no. No, Miss 30 something. No. No. So it's just like I see people for who they really are now. They're in a new different light, and it's like I don't have to deal with this if I don't want to. Like, we're in Cynthia and I came in together, which means we graduate at the same time. And like I don't have to be around negative energy if I don't want to. I don't have to be on Snapchat with people who I feel kind of take advantage of me because I give them notes, highlights, essay questions, huge portions of the test that they didn't get in class, help on homework assignments. And it's like I try to help, but now it's kind of like you help so much, so now sometimes people kind of just depend on you. And I was talking to this other girl, and I was like, yo, this is why I left the group. Because I don't have to deal with it if I don't want to. And at the end of the class, Cynthia was like, have a nice weekend. You didn't say anything to me all day. You were sarcastic with me. And then I called you out saying, what is your problem? And then you want to mumble under your breath and then just go, have a good weekend. No. No. But that's school. Last weekend, I went to Illinois to visit my husband. He is in the service, and we are not living together, obviously. Um, Long story short on that, late last August, when Hurricane Irma came to Florida, we were all living together. That's where we were stationed. My husband packed me and the kids up, and we came up here. Um, we had something in our heads that we thought was going to work out, and our plans changed. My husband got orders to move, um, to be restationed, and I had already enrolled um, my son into kindergarten, a new kindergarten. He was in kindergarten in Florida. He was in school for 2 weeks, and then I withdrew him. And then we moved up here, and I put him in a new kindergarten, and he no problems at all. I mean, he was rocky in the beginning, but he took off. He was good. Um, the girls, I got excuse me, I got them enrolled in preschool, and they're doing just fine. I was working. I was working for 2.5 months, and then I quit because I actually kept getting harassed by one of my bosses, and nothing seemed to be done about it. So I quit, and then I enrolled in school, and I'm actually almost halfway done with it. I have 2 more mods left to go, and then I'm on extern. And I feel pretty damn good about that. So when I went to Illinois, uh, we went and we looked at houses. We looked at 5 houses. We agreed on 2. I am planning on going back there the last week of May, so that the kids can go see their dad, obviously, to go see some more houses, and to also the kids kind of help us get a better understanding, because now we're not imagining what if our kids was in the house. They're in the house. So it's like we can see how things are going to go, and how we want things in our heads. So that's that. I've been trying to get my spiritual life back together. And that is harder than I thought, because I know how I am and how I used to be and how I am now and how I want to be. And transitioning yourself spiritually is hard. It seems like it'll be easy, but it's hard. And I got off the phone with my husband before I started making this video, and I was just thinking about everything. I was thinking about school, and I had my sister-in-law over today, and she was only here for like an hour, and then she left before 8 o'clock, and she said that she was really tired, and I believe her. She has 2 kids. Her youngest is 1. Her oldest is 5. And she worked this morning, so okay, you're tired. I invited a friend over, but she was baking, and it's like, here's the loneliness, and I was talking to my husband. I was like, your sister was over for about an hour, and my friend can't come over because she's busy, and my mom's gone, and the kids are asleep, and you're not here, and school is getting crazy, and I'm freaking out for this next mod on clinical side because it's injections, and I'm scared of needles, but I've come this far, and I'm trying to get over it, and all this studying that I have to do, and trying to prepare for when I take my RMA, and my spiritual life, and how I am. Like, I have a gym membership. I don't use it. When I eat when I'm sad or lonely or depressed, I have a plate of 3 different types of cheesecakes sitting next to me right now, and this is water, actually. Excuse me. And I was thinking about, I'm not happy with my weight, because I get weighed every Monday and Wednesday when I'm in clinical side, and it's like, I don't really like the number that I see. I know that there's some people in my class that's bigger than me, and that's smaller than me, and yesterday we had like a 30-minute conversation about eating and detoxing and nutrition, and how not to let society dictate how you're supposed to look or how you feel like you're supposed to look. I'm not saying I need to be like a supermodel, because I know, like, no, no, okay? But it's like I had 3 children back to back, and it really made my body all out of whack. And it's been almost 4 years. Um, and I keep saying I'm gonna get my body together, and got the membership, and I I just don't know. And talking to my husband, knowing that he's not here, I can't hold him. I can't hug him. I can't kiss him. I can't lay down with him. I can't I can't rest my head on his chest, or he can't rest his head on mine. We can't cuddle. We can't, it's like, and it's hard, even though he's still in the same country, he's just states away. It's hard. Like, the whole military life is hard. Being separated is hard. And we've gone a little a little over a year before separated. And that was hard. Only seeing him twice, well, 3 times in a little over a year. And that was when I went to go see him at a graduation. He came to my high school graduation. The next day we got married. And then for our son's birth, which he wasn't there for, he was actually on the plane to come where I was when I was giving birth to our son, because it happened so fast. But he made it there that night. And it's like I have these 3 kids, 5, 4, and 3, almost 5, 5, and 3, because a birthday is coming up. And it's like I'm a single parent, even though I know I'm married, and I know they have a dad that loves them and cares for them and thinks of them all the time. But, it's like they only get to see him once, twice if they're lucky, a month, only for 2 days. And then he has to go back because he can only come up on the weekends. If I go down there, it's only on the weekend. And that's just because I can't miss Monday through Thursday from 5:30 to 10 o'clock, because that's when I'm in school. I'm trying not to miss any days, but there is one day coming up that I will have to miss. My son has a recital at school, and I'm really looking forward to that. I feel like because I am gone, there is like that separation that I even have with my kids, and it's like we get up in the morning together, I take them to school, I come back here, I do homework and study, I get them from school one by one, we come back here, I try to start something for dinner as I'm getting myself ready to go to school. My mom comes home, she finishes dinner while I'm already gone, and I don't come back here until my kids are already in bed and asleep. Monday through Thursday. On Friday, my girls don't have school because they're in preschool, so they don't have school on Fridays. And I'm tired. I am just really tired. There is no amount of coffee that I can drink. There is no amount of sleep that is satisfying. It's just I'm tired, and when I go to pick up my son, I see all these other moms and their little mom groups, and they're talking about going to the museum with their kids together, and oh my gosh, you need to tell me the recipe of those lemon brownies that you made, and are you going to the PTO meeting and stuff like that. And it's like I'm not that type of mom. I'm not that type of parent. I don't do that. And I was actually like really upset and depressed for the longest time because I was like, why can't I be like them? Like, what is with me that, what is it that makes me me that I can't be like them? And it's like, to be honest, like I try to be like those moms. It makes me super uncomfortable. It makes me so super uncomfortable. Like, to have mom conversations with other people is like, yeah, your child is cute. So is mine. All you do is talk about kids. I don't want to talk about kids all the time, you know? Um, and so it was a lot, and I was like, all this stuff is running through my head as I'm talking to my husband, and it's like, I break down, I cry, I get off the phone with him because we were video chatting, and I was like, I don't want you to see me cry. And he's like, we're married, like, I've seen you, like, I've seen you at your best and your worst, and I love you no matter what, and all this stuff, and I'm trying to make a way so we can be together and all this stuff, just, stay focused, and I'm trying to stay focused, but while I'm in school, I'm trying to stay focused and learn, and I have people who I'm supposed to be in class with for another 2 mods. I have a teacher who's still learning. I have clinical side, and there's going to be a lot of needles being injected into me, and that whole time away from my kids, and I've missed out on stuff that they're doing in school because they're during the times that I'm in school, and it's crazy, and it's overwhelming. Yeah. Yeah. And I have made lists in my mind about videos that I want to make for you guys and for this channel because I've had it for like 2 years, and in the beginning of me making this channel, I had like these weird things I would do like on Wednesdays. I think I had like Whisper Wednesday, where I would like read different whisper things that people post, and I would just like talk about them or whatever. And it's like I try to be like, oh, I'm gonna do this and this and this and this, but then I have a whole laundry list of other stuff that I have to do, so that by the time I get to something I had my mind on, it's like I'm too tired. It's like I can't. The moment's passed. The story's gone. I'm just too tired. Um, but tonight I kind of had the time. So you got some back, um, some backstories and some current stuff, and yeah, you got a long ass video is what you got, okay? But this is like a month of stuff that's been building up, and also current events and stuff like that. So I'm sorry it was so long, but I had to just get it out, and now I have. And trying to get myself together, trying to get it together. I've been doing well in school, and I've been doing well in school, and I've been really proud of myself because in high school, I didn't even care what my GPA was. Like, I didn't care. And my first, like, report card that I got when I was in school now was a 3.57. And then the one after that was a 3.77. And I should be getting my next report sometime next week. And I've gotten 2 awards for my GPA and for perfect attendance. And it's like, I care now. Like, I care now because there's more to, there's more meaningful things to me now. It's like, I want a house. I want a better car. I want my kids to not have to worry about anything. I want to be financially stable. I don't want I don't want to be relying solely on my husband's paycheck. I feel like a bill. You know what I mean? So I'm doing this so I can get a better job or to get a job and then go back to school to be what I want to be, my ultimate goal. And I'm just trying to take one thing at a time. I even have on my bracelet, it broke off, but I wear this bracelet. It had a little heart on it, but it broke off. And this actually broke off today. And I have a little clamp from like an old necklace holding everything together. But this little piece was a stethoscope that broke, but it was like a reminder to myself, like, this is what you're doing. And of course, I have a cross, because of my faith, to keep them, even when everything is dark. So, I'm sorry for the long video, but I had to get it out. Thank you guys for watching. If you stayed watching this long, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the subscriptions. I appreciate you guys subscribing. I love seeing your comments saying how you're going to school and how you have like some months left or a year left or whatever. I'm so happy for that, and I'm so happy for you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.